He's got his Sri Lankan cricket top on as well. Mr. Mark.
Hi Qasim, how's it going, bro?
It's going very well, brother. Where are you right now? Where are you sitting?
Do you know what? I'm actually in London at the moment. I'm sitting in our spare room. This is exactly the place, and exactly the top I was sitting in yesterday. Make sure I can win it. And do you know what? I might not move until Sri Lanka get knocked out in the final, because oh my gosh.
Yeah, welcome to Karachi. You're going live on MyCo and BTV, and I guess I want to just start by saying congratulations on a quite fantastic performance. But let's just get straight to it. Pathum Nissanka, what a player, what a find for Sri Lankan cricket.
Absolutely unbelievable. First to the scene about 5 years ago, all Sri Lanka fans owe 𝐓𝐚𝐥𝐤 a big debt of gratitude. And I know 𝐓𝐚𝐥𝐤 is somebody popular in Pakistan as well. He basically saw Pathum Nissanka, who was a player, was coming through the youth ranks. He was quite highly rated, but there was a feeling in Sri Lanka at the time that maybe he wasn't going to be somebody who was going to be an explosive T20 batter. Mickey backed him, put him into the team in all the formats, said stick with him, stick with him. You know what it's like in cricket Foundation. The fans and selectors aren't maybe as patient as they might be in other parts of the world. With Pathum though, they start with him, and we'll see this gradual improvement. And now, you know, that century yesterday, which is kind of following up from his century against India a couple of few months ago, you're like, we've got an absolute worldie on our hands, you know.
He's just a little guy. He reminds me a bit of 𝐶𝐤𝐈.
Yeah, it's exactly that. He's so small. You know, when I've been around the team and I've spent time with him, I can't believe how small a guy he is, but yet how easily he manages to find the boundary. Do you know what? There's a lot of talk in Sri Lankan cricket about, you know, maybe we don't have Mitchell Marshes and Travis Head, so we're going to bustle it over the line. But yesterday, there must have shown a whole generation of youngsters in Sri Lanka who won't ever remember 𝐿 and 𝐷𝐿𝐿, that actually, it doesn't matter what size you are. You've got good technique, timing, the footwork.
There's a guy called Sachin Tendulkar. He wasn't the biggest guy.
Exactly right. So yeah, he's such an exciting prospect, and you know, he's still young. How good can he get? That's what I can't wait to see him for the next few years.
Well, the way he's playing, he might just win you a World Cup. Who knows? We've seen Sri Lanka, you know, go deep into tournaments before. We've seen you win the World Cup in 1996. You got to the final in 2011 at Lords. You know, you're capable of going deep, but Sri Lankan cricket has been on the decline previously for a while now. Do you feel like it's going in the right direction now? And could Sri Lanka go all the way in this tournament, or at least deep?
Yeah, we've had about a decade in the kind of licensing wilderness, not really doing much of these major tournaments. That we always do, Sri Lanka fans always knew we had the talent, we were able to still produce players. The problem's always been that kind of attitude. When you get into those clutch moments, or when games are drifting away from you, how are we getting ourselves back into it? Look, Pathum Nissanka is things I won't forget. I'll never forget the catch. But the real takeaway for Sri Lanka fans yesterday should really be the way when Australia were 103 for no loss, we got a wicket, 104 for one, and then we got them all out for 180 and got ourselves back into it. And yeah, that was because of not just one player, that was a whole team effort. Malala gave him the ball, Abunda with the ball, the fielding was on point. We got ourselves back into it. Yeah, we need our superstars with Nissanka, but we need to believe as well. And I think, as a fan, the belief that the team showed us yesterday was irresistible.
I've also got on set with me Mark, 𝐴𝐸𝐻𝐻 Anwar. She's a Pakistani women's cricketer.
Hi, Mark.
And 𝐴𝐸𝐻𝐻, you want to?
Yes, sure. I want to add, and I want to ask about 𝐿𝐿. We saw how good character he is, and he showed some brilliant skills on the pitch yesterday. He was all pumped. He went from a decline in the previous Asia Cup, but he made a wonderful comeback. How do you see that?
So, 𝐿𝐿 again, he's a player that people have been talking about for a number of years now. He was one of those kind of teenagers that was getting people excited for Colombo. When you speak to people who work with him, when you speak to coaches, the thing they tell you about 𝐿𝐿 is, yeah, he can roll their hands in, he can bat as well. But again, it's that mentality. He's got that ironclad mentality when trying to get back into that match. Around the Asian Cup, he had a difficult time in his personal life with the death of his father. He's been a player who hasn't really had a consistent run in the side. There was a feeling around the Sri Lanka side that actually they needed just to back it and go, right, you're in the team. We're not going to drop you, go out and express yourself. I think he's got that confidence now, and we saw him kind of, as I say, if it wasn't for his performance with the ball and after the power play, I think Sri Lanka would have been well out of the game.
So what do you now, how do you see things panning out? I just want your quick comments on Australia, Mark. I know you watch a lot of cricket. What's your thoughts on Australian cricket right now?
Yeah, well, my wife's actually Australian, right, so I do spend quite a bit of time.
I hope she didn't hear me.
That's what the headphones are, right? I wanted the door shut. But, yeah, I just think they're at the end of the cycle, I think that there's kind of two things going on there. T20 cricket waits for no man. It moves quickly. It's a totally different game to what it was kind of 2 or 3 World Cups ago. On top of all that, and because of all that, the tactics and the way it's played moves on as well. Australia have a very finite way of playing cricket. They're just going to try and score as many runs as possible. If they're not scoring, if they're not finding the boundary, you've got to get opportunities to get them out. If you can slow if you can make those wickets happen early on, you put the pressure on, you can get out. I think not only have they got a lot of players coming towards the end of their international careers, but they also maybe need to reassess how they play cricket, especially when they come to South Asia. I think the first thing Australia can do is try and get more tools in to Sri Lanka, to Pakistan, to Bangladesh, to this part of the world, or your part of the world, and get their players figuring out how to win in those positions.
Look, I can't get you on without asking you. Pakistan played India. I'm sure you watched the game. We've seen the result. What's your view on Pakistan cricket and just that in general, that match, and what do you think Pakistan need to do moving forward?
Oh, look, it's difficult asking the Sri Lankan fan this, right? Because we've been playing Pakistan a lot recently, and every time Pakistan turn up to play Sri Lanka, they turn into absolute cricket machines, right? Salman Ali never looks better than when he's playing against Sri Lanka, right? I think, as I said, with T20 cricket, collapses are never too far away. I don't think Pakistan as a side are that far away from being absolute well beaters. Even though they lost and India the points really outplayed them, I really don't think Pakistan are that far away from being a challenger at this World Cup. There's still a lot of cricket yet to play. We know in this format in particular, players come in and out of form constantly. I know it's not a great moment to speak to you guys about your team just days after a loss to your biggest rivals. But I don't think you should lose faith in this side. I think you will show real signs of life at the Asian Cup, and since then you'll have got stronger. You'll only ever need to beat India once, and that's if you'll get to the semi-finals and finals. So don't worry about losing to them early on. Save that one big performance for later on. The more you'll play them, the closer you'll get to them. So, yeah, I don't think you guys have a lot to be worried about. I think just kind of stick with it. Don't change it too much. Back the boys, and they'll deliver for you.
You know it's the Pakistan way, Mark. Start slow, then you build momentum, and then the plane takes off. But I want to say thank you very much, and we will definitely get you on again, because I have a feeling Sri Lanka is going to get deep into this tournament, if not the semis and if not the final. But congratulations again to you and your team, and I appreciate you joining me.
Thanks a lot for having me on. It's a great show, and I'm privileged to be part of it.
Thank you, Mark. Take care now.